Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to talk about the book that I have read recently completed, and I am going to share the things that have been told in the book as I have shown you the book. The name is How to Heal Your Life, and I read in the library. Okay, and from that book I'm going to share the things that I actually felt very relatable and that can actually change the things. They are quite the same things that I've talked about in the previous days, and these are the same, but yeah, because I have read the books, so we can be more specific about the things, right? And that book experience was amazing. Like when I was reading it, at some point I was getting emotional, at some point I was like, yeah, I've been doing this and this is the way to do it, right? These are the things that happens. Okay, so when I was reading the book, and at that time when the reading was happening, I was reading it. It is a pure roller coaster of emotions. You can read the book yourself also. That's the book, and I have shown you the picture of the book and I'll link it. And the book that I have read, and that was in the library, and this book consists of author whose story, who is themselves a psychologist, and how they handle the cases, how different experiences they had with their patients, and how they help them. So it is a book that can really help you also to change your life in different perspectives. Okay, so we'll start with this. Now the very first thing that I have written in this is that uh, whenever you are going with something and you are doing something very difficult thing, then you should say to your mind, I mean, in this book there are more of the affirmations that we use to tackle and to just make our mind a bit trick that it is not that difficult for yourself, and it is, you can do it always. It's nothing that big that you can't do it, right? So these are the sort of things that happens. And the very first thing that comes in the book is the whenever you are feeling or going through something very difficult phases, then say to mind when you're reluctant to changes, that I now choose to believe it is becoming easier for me to make changes. Trust me, when you keep on saying this, that I now choose to believe that it is easy for me to change, I am open to changes, universe will bring your life with a lot of changes. A lot of changes will start from inside. When you will start feeling better about yourself, then the change will start, right? The outer world is the reflection of the inner world. I mean, the way we think, we create our own realities. So sometimes also people say that oh, this is being delulu, you're in delusions and all. No, actually the manifestation techniques works, and they work because you make this your reality. When you speak it out loud again and have the firm belief in you about this thing, then these things obviously will come into reality, because universe wants to provide, universe wants that. Okay, we want to show that person that how great the world can be, how universe doesn't have a limit, it is not on a budget, it can provide you anything, it has everything to offer, right? So the very first thing that comes is, like, say to your mind that okay, I am ready for the changes, and it's not very difficult for me to bring the changes. Because sometimes many times I have seen people saying that, oh, I'm 20 years now, I cannot change, I am 40 years, I cannot change. No, never is too late, never is too late. You are 20, you are 30, you're 40, doesn't matter, because change can be brought at any age. Okay, so this was the first thing that affected me a lot. So the second line that I really liked from the book was that you are not a helpless victim of your own thought, but rather a master of your own mind. It's that you don't control your mind is controlling you. That's something that I now think of in the past, that how my thoughts were just caging me into something. Like I was so much into happened in the past, I used to remain thinking about that only, and that just made me more insecure about myself, more not accepting myself the way I am, and what I like, what I actually don't like, what my real personality is. Okay, so when we are so much into our thoughts that we are not able to control our mind, the mind is controlling us, then that thing goes into affecting our bodies also. Okay, so now you can just remind in that thing, or maybe you write it on the paper, that I am not a victim of my thought, I am the master of my mind. I remember an interview where I watched the cricketer, my favorite cricketer, MS Dhoni. He always says that your mind is the most powerful thing. Your mind is something, if you have control of, it can bring changes. It can bring a big changes, and that the kind of a person he is now, I totally relate to that. I mean, when she describes the importance of owning your thoughts and keep a watch on what you are thinking, never even think of yourself as down person, or you are not worthy of anything. No, don't let your mind do that. If that mind is doing it, stop it at that time. The moment you recognize sex, stop it. You have to do it. The moment you stop, you get the check on it. Oh, I'm thinking this, I cannot, I should not think right that way. I should not think down on myself, okay? I should not speak down on myself, because if you will not stand for yourself, nobody else is coming to save you. Nobody in this world. It's your life. You have to make this work, right? If you have to make this work, you have to stand for yourself. Nobody's standing for yourself. You have to do it, right? Moving on to the third thing is that I have made videos also, and it's like you have to let it go. It's like, I know, I mean, the memories you go through and the situations you were in and all that thing. Many people, and most of the people, don't let it go. When you will not create space for new things, how will new things will arrive? How will the change arrive, right? So whenever you are into that thing that I cannot let go, then just say to yourself, the affirmation is that I am willing to let go, I release, and I am not faulty for any situation. What happened just happened. It was meant to happen, so it happened. Okay? Just watch, learn from your past, and release the memories. It's important to release, because if you will not release, again, the same thing, that you won't be able to store more data, the good memories. Okay? Next on to the thing is, then there is this particular line that holding on to past only hurt us. they the people don't care. It's such a beautiful line. I mean, exactly. If I am holding on to the past, it's just I am the one holding on to, and I am the one carrying the baggage. How will I be able to go up? How will I be able to climb the mountains? How will I be able to go further in my life? Because the people who hurted me in the past, the people who literally were treating you in the way you should not and you don't deserve, they actually don't care. They're out of that memories already, and I am just stuck in the memories. That was the realization that I got, actually. And when I actually like was in that, oh, how can they do that? After that, people don't care. People just move on. They don't care that when they hurt you in the memories, when they hurt you, when they did bad to you, they don't. They just keep just release and just go, because you were the one in the situation. You were the one that was hurt. And the best revenge that you can take is to make yourself that good that they can't reach at your level. Very simple thing. And the last thing was, the step was, first you have to release, forgive, and then just dissolve the resentment. Whatever the anger, the rage you have in, use that energy into something more productive, which is good for you, which is beneficial for you, which will give you something in your hand, which will lead you to the good part of your life. And that's more important than anything else. Okay? And because they are not remembering the things honestly, then why are you just keeping it and holding on to the past? There were times when I used to, like, the in my school the teachers did bad to me, I used to think a lot of things about them. But now it's nothing released, because actually that was their karmas that they did, and they did. That's why they are that way, right? You have to change yourself first so that you don't get affected with that. And the more amazing line that I believe in the most is that when nothing belongs to me, why will I care? I mean, there is like, when you were into the times, like when you were younger, you didn't knew, right, that this is wrong, this is right. You were just a child, and people were the elder one people were treating you the way they wanted. They just treated you as they wanted, simple. And because you were a child, you should forgive yourself, because you didn't knew that what is this happening and how is this things are going to. So you should always release the memories as the learnings, that these type of people I have to be aware of, and these are the people that I don't want in my life. Okay, you can learn from that and move ahead, because honestly they don't remember anything. I mean, in the schools, the teachers, the students, not everyone keeps everyday's memories, obviously. So they just forget. You have to release and move on. You have to go to the level where, like, they will be like craving to even talk to you. That is the level that you should achieve in your life. If you really wanna like get the best type of revenge, that's the honest thing. That's the thing. In fact, more of even you can do is that not getting affected by people's words. People will say, and world only works with power. Power comes with money, and money comes with logical thinking. More importantly, logical thinking comes with mind. When your mind is in a good state, you can think of more ideas to earn money. So yeah, I was all that I was wanting to say, and these are the things that I learned from the book. And there are much affirmations that I can share with you, and I can make the videos with that. And one more thing, that if you guys want to ask me about anything or the experiences, you want to share something, ask the question. I'll make a Q&A video on that. Whatever questions you will have, I'll answer that questions, and I will obviously make the video of the affirmations. So yeah, we'll see you in the next video. Tab tak ke liye, tata, bye bye, take care.